Okay, adding some interactivity via buttons. I'm going to add a replay button to this animation. I've already got it set up so that when the animation plays, it only plays through once, and it's got ActionScript to make it stop at the end. I'd like to give the user the opportunity to click a button to say that they want to see the animation again. Because I'm adding a new element to my animation, I'm going to right click and I'm going to insert a new layer. I'm going to call that layer button. I only want the replay button to appear at the end of the animation, so I'm going to insert a keyframe right at the end to draw my button. I'm just going to create a rectangle in the top corner, and I'm going to right click to convert it to symbol. I need to transform it into a button symbol, and it's going to be replay. At the moment, that's just a boring black rectangle and nobody would know what it was. So we need to actually make it clear that it's a button. So I'm going to double click on it. Remember, when we double click on a symbol in Flash, it will take us to its own little timeline, and you'll see that the timeline for a button is very different because you can control the look of the button depending on whether it's being hovered over, whether it's being clicked down on. I'm not going to worry about that for now, but it might be something that you want to play around with. What I am going to do though is I'm going to rename that layer box, and I'm then going to add a new layer, text. And I'm going to add on some text. Obviously my text can't be black because it's not going to show up against the button then. It's a horrible font, but I'll leave it for now. Okay. So I've got some text that says replay, and I'm going to sort of overlay it on the button so that it's very clear that that's what that's going to do. Okay, I'm finished with that. And go back to scene 1. So there's my replay button. At the moment it won't do anything. If I press Ctrl and Enter, you'll see that the animation plays through once the button appears, and Flash knows that it's a button, and when I hover over it I get the little finger, but clicking on it does absolutely nothing. We need to add some ActionScript code to that button so that Flash knows what to do when we click on it. I'm going to press F9, and I'm going to write the ActionScript code. So the code I'm going to type is on release, which means when the mouse button is released over this button, so essentially when the button is clicked is what that means. And these are curly braces that indicate that everything within these curly braces is what's going to happen when the button is clicked. So we're just going to put the very simple command, go to and play 1 with a semicolon. That's not looking quite right, so yeah, okay. The T for 2 has got to be lowercase, and the A and the P for and play have got to be uppercase, so you have to get it exactly right. ActionScript is very, very picky. So go to is all lowercase, but then with and play you've got capital letters at the beginning of each of those words. Basically what this code does is it means that when we click the button it's going to go back to frame 1 and start playing the animation from there, so it should give us the effect of having a replay option. Let's try that now. Click the button and my animation starts again, and I can do that as many times as I like. So just a quick recap, all I did there was I made the button, had to be converted to a button symbol, remember, then I clicked on the button and pressed F9. I added my code on release, go to and play 1, which just means when you click the button, go to the first frame and play from there, and then I was done. So maybe you can get some buttons working in your animations now.